The Dynasty Podcast is a free-flowing conversation that occasionally touches on mature subjects. You were warned. The Dynasty Podcast is brought to you by Berkowitz Trucking. When it comes to rubbish removal and eco-friendly recycling, Berkowitz Trucking makes it simple. Don't be a dick. Berkowitz Trucking, servicing all of Riverdale since 1981.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the assholes on the Dynasty tonight. That's right. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtain on the Dynasty tonight. Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like some kind of torture to have to watch the show. And now let's get things started. Why don't you get things started? It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, sexuational. This is what we call the Dynasty Podcast.
And now, coming to you live from Riverdale Studios, your host, the one, the only, Eric Costanza!
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to episode number 4 of the Berkowitz Trucking Dynasty Podcast. My name is Commissioner Eric Costanza, and with me is 9-time Foursquare champion, Bubba Palucha.
Hello, everyone.
We are live here at Riverdale Studios, and by the way, speaking of Riverdale Studios, Bub, did you happen to notice the extra added security when arriving here today?
You know what? I snuck in through the window, and there was no security, so I don't really know if there was something like a net coming down over the door, or I don't know. What'd you have planned for me?
Yeah, well, due to the success of our show, our ratings are kind of going absolutely through the goddamn roof.
Bonkers.
We have fans trying to break in and trying to, get involved here, trying to get a sneak peek of you and I. We're becoming minor celebrities, Bob.
I mean, first of all, let me just say I don't blame. I mean, I could see that happening.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, that first story window, the second one to the left, you might want to get that.
Okay, I will do that. Anyway, on this episode of the Dynasty Podcast, we're going to take a look at last week's week 2. We'll review week 3. Then our coaches interview, Bub. This week's going to be Coach Jae-Young Kim.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the Yellow Peril. And then we will have another interactive segment.
I can't wait for that. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what's going to go on with that. Obviously, first we had Ren Geyer.
Oh, first of all, let me stop you.
You love that.
Let me stop you right there.
Every time I mention this Ren Geyer, you just need to elaborate.
I am shocked that you have come as close as you have to getting someone better than Ren Geyer. You haven't. I mean,
I would agree.
He's the bee's knees. But you've come pretty clse with some of the interviews you've gotten. I congratulate you.
No, it's not me. It's a team effort, Bub. It's a team effort. We're in this together.
That's true. I'll take credit for it too.
I may do most of the booking, but it's a team effort. There's no I in team.
Okay, I dig it.
Second, we had Jamie Eisenberg, who was a great guest, and then last week we had the, of course, edgy rock band straight out of Cleveland, Jackie.
Very edgy. Very edgy.
Now, but before I tell you and everyone else who we will have on the show this week for our interactive segment,
do you want me to guess?
I don't want you to. Actually, yes, I do. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right.
Guess.
All right, let's see. You got to give me 2 guesses. Number 1, I'm going to guess. Let's see. I'm going to guess Pat Tillman.
Wow, that was actually kind of disturbing, Bub.
That is the. I thought of the word. You know
Pat
what?
Tillman
I apologize.
Passed away. I thought we hit a new low last week with Owen Hart, but
I thought of the name Pat, and then the Tillman came to mind. Just tell me. I don't even want
like Pat Chung.
I don't even want to. I don't want to guess. Just tell me. Tell me. I apologize.
You lost your privilege. Let me tell you the genesis of how we came about.
Genesis? Wow.
You like that word? Genesis was a American Gladiator.
Good. Wow.
Yeah, he was one of my faves. Him and Laser. Wow, we're getting off track here today, Bub.
We certainly are.
Okay, myself and Jay Young, and maybe we'll touch upon this later when Jay Young's on the show. But
maybe we'll touch each other.
What do you think of when you think of Benjarvis Green Ellis? What do you think of? What's like the first thing that you think of when you
law firm?
Good get, yeah, good. What's the second thing?
Running back.
Third?
Black.
Damn it, Bub.
Dreadlocks. You're Bengals. Former Patriot.
Yep, keep going.
No fumbles.
There it is.
Hey!
There it is. No fumbles.
I knew I'd get there eventually.
16th guest, right around there. The man who is known to not ever fumble. Again, what happened was back in January of this past year, so 9 months or so ago.
Just about.
Jay Young and I we're having a lunch. We're having our
a luncheon, if you will.
Yeah, our weekly Dynasty technology analyst round beef. And we were talking about things, and it was actually a week before the Patriots played in the Super Bowl. Obviously, they went on to lose to the Giants. But obviously, that week we were talking a lot about, the Patriots and this and that, obviously, with the Super Bowl that week. And Benjarvis Green Ellis got brought up, and I think Jay Young mentioned that him and one of his other buddies were, trying to literally determine if Green Ellis has, ever fumbled in his life.
Ever, even back in Pee Wee's and high school?
Ever, okay. Yeah, so we know he's never fumbled in the NFL.
I don't think he has, by the way. I don't think he ever has.
Well, what happened, is, I told Jay Young, hey, I'm in the media now. I'm a card-carrying member now of the actual legit media.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to make this a mission to look into what I can look into and to determine and find out the ever-growing question of has Benjarvis Green Ellis ever fumbled in his life? I have the answer for you assholes here today, because on the show we are going to have Clifford Barth.
You don't... Wait a minute. The Clifford Barth?
Bob, don't patronize me, damn it. You don't know him, but I'm going to tell you who he is. His name is Clifford Barth. He is the athletic director of St. Augustine High School in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Who didn't know that?
He was there, and that's where Benjarvis Green Ellis went to high school.
You were going to say Hobbs the third?
I was going to say Hobbs the third. Yes, I was going to do that. So that's where he went to high school. That's where he grew up. Cliff Barth he wasn't the football coach, but he was obviously a part of the program there. He actually, I believe, taught history to Green Ellis as well. So we're going to have Cliff Barth on the show later, and we're going to try to solve the enigma, the riddle, the conundrum, to determine if Green Ellis has ever fumbled in his life, if he has ever dropped anything. No, not even the ball.
Just
if he's ever even dropped a pen. Has he ever dropped anything? Now I do want to let everyone know that the interview later was actually pre-recorded. So Bub, you actually will not be part of this interview. Although you actually haven't been part of the interviews the last couple weeks. Last week you decided to go take a piss. The week before you passed out.
Yeah, I had prior commitments. You know, I had to pee and I had to pass out.
I just had to go. What was it? The Dr. Pepper scene.
I gotta pee. I believe he just had to go pee.
So
that was JFK.
It is a pre-recorded. It happened back in January, so there are some references regarding Green Ellis on the Patriots and whatnot. So just please make a mental note of that.
Bear with us.
Obviously, Green Ellis is now on the Bengals. He's on the Hong Kong Cavs. So that's what we got lined up on the show today, Bob.
Can't wait.
Now let's take a look into last week's results. Who kicked some ass? Who sucked?
So week 2, Bub. It was an interesting week. A lot of things that went on. What do you what do you want to kind of start off talking about? Obviously, you had your game of the week that you picked, VIP on Swole versus Handy Quacks, turned into a pretty good game for Coach Heaney.
Yeah, I picked that game hoping that I could see Coach Heaney and my brother go at it. Unfortunately, Coach Heaney had a prior commitment, and he wasn't there.
Damn it.
So it kind of